My name is Deidri Cumbie. I lost my vision in 1991. Postoperative swelling from surgery to remove a brain tumor damaged my optic nerve, leaving me totally blind. I have no light perception. At the time, my concern wasn't returning to my accounting job, it was how I was going to care for my family. My husband and I had been married for 15 years. He didn't know who we owed, what we owed, had never written a check. Our daughters were 6.5 and 11, and at that point I was still making their beds, laying clothes out for them to get ready for school. You name it, I did it for them. And I suddenly found myself very dependent on a family that I had allowed to become dependent on me. Doctors didn't know where to send me for the help that I needed. He basically said, Deidre, I don't know what's out there for the blind, but you're going to need help.
Deidre found and made an appointment with Vision Rehabilitation Services of Georgia. VRS was founded in 1983 and is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting individuals who are visually impaired or blind so that they may function independently in all of their environments. Whether that environment is at home, school, place of employment, house of worship, or anywhere else, VRS provides practical tools and proven techniques to help their clients carry out their daily activities.
I first met the staff and we sat down, they did a full evaluation. This is something that would be done with every client to fully determine what their specific needs are. Of course, my first priority was caring for my family, but we discussed my desires, my hobbies, any concerns I had. With the information we shared that day, we determined the program that would best work for me. With my own input and setting my priorities, I was told that they could teach me to do everything I did prior to vision loss, with the exception of driving, and that I could expect the training to take 18 to 24 months.
Because she was totally blind, Deidre's training began with learning how to use Braille, while at the same time taking orientation and mobility training to help her safely navigate in her home and the community using a cane. A VRS trainer went to Deidre's home and worked with her to label appliances and everyday items with clear Braille tape. She also helped Deidre organize her home so she could move around safely and comfortably.
I actually finished my program in about 9 months. My children were my incentive. I worked with my instructor 2 days a week and worked very hard at home in between because it was very important for me to set an example for my daughters, to be able to help them with their homework, to become involved in the community again. So within 9 months, I was just as the instructor had promised me. I will admit I had my doubts, but within that time period, I learned to do everything I did prior to vision loss, with the exception of driving.
VRS has a certified social worker who works hand in hand with the client and the client's family as they adjust to this life-changing situation.
While the client has definitely gone through a life-changing experience and needs help, the family is just as deeply affected. And I can remember my own personal struggles as I learned to do things for myself. My husband wanted so much to help me, and I definitely did not want to hurt his feelings because he was so very supportive. But I needed to learn to do these things for myself, and I needed him to do that for me so that I could learn literally to walk again, to do things for myself.
The social worker can offer ideas and suggestions that will help the family work together.
Our daughters were young, they were 6.5 and 11, and I can remember a time when my husband came home and toys were scattered everywhere, and he was horrified. He said, "Your mom is going to get hurt, you know, you can't do this." You know, this was tragic enough for them. I didn't want it to be something that he, you know, reprimanded them for. So we made it fun. We blindfolded the girls and told them, okay, pick up your toys. First they just walked around the living room and they tripped over everything and they laughed and it was funny. And then it wasn't funny anymore. It just became a hassle. And so at that point, my husband sat them down and said, okay, you can remove your blindfolds, but keep in mind your mom can't do that. You know, and these are ideas that the counseling, that they give your family what they need. Remind them, you've got to let them fly, you've got to let them do this.
With the continual encouragement and support of the VRS staff, Deidre's family, and her own will to overcome and succeed, she became very active again. She served on the Soccer Booster Club for her daughter's high school soccer team, taught Sunday school classes, worked on several church committees, and eventually joined the board of directors at VRS, where she still serves today. While busy with all of these activities, Deidre used Braille to make and keep notes, records, and calendars for everything. This eventually became quite cumbersome, so something had to change.
I found it increasingly more difficult to keep track of the pile of Braille for the community events versus personal life versus my involvement with the board of directors. I was doing a lot of presentations and trying to keep a Braille calendar, and it was mentioned to me that maybe it was time to go back to VRS for computer training. So this was a step I took, and basically my computer would be just like anyone's computer with the Microsoft programs, only I have two special programs for me. One is Jobs Access with Speech. We call it JAWS. This converts any print on the monitor to speech so that it's actually read to me. This allows me to handle my email, online banking. I'm on a committee at church and actually do the budget and do spreadsheets for this committee. I go on the internet and surf the net. Another program is called Open Book. With this program, I can scan materials such as the mail, whatever comes in the mailbox. I pull that out, scan it, fix the junk mail, then I can go over and immediately shred it. If it's a bill, then with the online banking, I just go online and go ahead and set up for that bill to be paid on time, and I move on. Another thing that has helped my life to come full circle, making things easier for me.
Deidre later began using a guide dog. In fact, the superb training and preparation she received from VRS helped her adapt so well with her own dog that she has helped many other people work better with their guide dogs.
VRS was, they were there for me during my initial crisis, but they have continued to be there over the years. As my needs have changed, they have met those needs and helped me to continue to move forward with my own activities and my own personal growth.
The staff at VRS work with clients in multiple stages of vision loss in order to provide programs that improve the quality of their lives. 90% of VRS clients have some usable vision and may be affected by eye diseases such as macular degeneration, retinitis pigmentosus, or diabetic retinopathy. These clients may benefit from the use of magnifiers, computer programs like ZoomText, and many others. If the vision is progressive, VRS can help clients make steps to prepare for that as well.
The programs are designed to help you, according to the degree of vision you have, to better use that vision and to be more independent and to have a fuller life.
VRS has a public education director on staff who goes out to speak to organizations and companies to make people aware of the services and the help that is available to people with low or no vision. Many times, actual VRS clients go out to share their own stories, which helps get the word out that there is hope and help available through VRS. To provide the many programs, VRS relies on the support of organizations and people just like you. There are many ways to help, from volunteering, to tax-deductible donations, to involvement in the annual Race to Sea 5K road race and 1K walk. This year, Race to Sea will be held on Saturday, October 23rd, starting at 8 a.m. at Campbell High School in Smyrna. Come join us the night before on October 22nd for a spaghetti supper, silent auction, and a 50-50 raffle held at the Smyrna Community Center from 6 to 8 p.m. For details on the Race to Sea or to make a donation, please visit the VRS website at www.vrsga.org or call 770-432-7280.
It's a great organization, and just as they've been there for me as I've experienced changes in my life, we want to make sure that they continue to be there to support those. Chances are someone in your family is going to be diagnosed with macular degeneration, and you're going to want VRS to be there so that you can live a full life. So I do hope you'll visit the website and you'll get involved with Race to See and any way you can to help out.